Hello friends! If you are new to my channel, welcome. If you are a fan or a subscriber, welcome back and thank you for the patronage. Today's topic is the Knights Templar. We will be talking about the Third Crusade. Not much I need to say before we begin, so let's get on with the video. You may want to watch this series from the beginning. I do not have a playlist for this particular series, but there is going to be a placard in the upper right hand side of your screen. Click that and it will take you to the last episode in the series. Europe was devastated at the news that Jerusalem had fallen into Muslim hands. The letter from the Templars was addressed to Pope Urban III, but he didn't have time to do anything about it before he died. His replacement, Gregory VIII, only reigned 2 months, but he managed to call for the European monarchs to stop fighting each other and turn their attention to regaining Jerusalem. The Knights were at the forefront of the campaign to keep the rest of the Holy Land out of Saladin's control. A counterattack kept Tyre in Crusader hands, but they lost many castles. They managed to keep Tyre, Antioch, and Tripoli out of Muslim hands. Tyre held out against Muslim assault mainly because a German fleet under the command of Conrad of Montferrat. He put himself in charge of that city because he no longer saw Guy as king. Nonetheless, Guy moved to take back Acre in 1189, and he had a Templar contingent, among other forces, to back him up. This suggests that Gerard de Ridderford was advising him. However, Gerard died while fighting for Acre on October 4th, 1189. Acre was finally retaken on July 12th, 1191. The Templars had a new Grand Master, and the Third Crusade had a new leader, Richard the Lion-Hearted of England. During the Second Crusade, the Templars proved themselves indispensable, mainly because of their financial support. It wasn't until the Third Crusade that they proved themselves to be a formidable fighting force. Their new Grand Master, Robert de Sablé, was mainly responsible for this. He was a vassal and trusted friend of Richard the Lion-Hearted. Richard himself was also a brilliant tactician. On September 7th, 1191, Saladin attacked the Crusaders as they marched south from Caesarea. The Templars formed the rear guard, while the Hospitallers complemented them in the front. During this battle, Richard reversed their roles and depended on their discipline. Muslim losses were light, but it was Saladin's first defeat since Hattin and marked a turning point for the Crusaders. However, the Crusaders were never to retake Jerusalem. Richard did see its walls, but the Templar and Hospitaller Grand Masters advised caution, pointing out that taking and keeping Jerusalem were two different things. Richard wanted to get back to England to deal with his brother John, but before he left, he wanted to settle the successor question. Conrad of Montferrat was elected next king of Jerusalem. However, Conrad was murdered by the assassins, and Richard's nephew, Henry of Champagne, ascended the throne. Negotiations with Saladin dragged on. Richard agreed to demolish Ascalon, while Saladin agreed to recognize Christian possessions on the coast. Furthermore, Christians and Muslims were allowed to cross each other's territories, and Christians were allowed to visit Jerusalem. Richard left the Holy Land on October 9, 1192, never to return. Saladin died a year later. An uneasy peace had fallen on the Holy Land. Well, friends, I think that's a good place to stop for today. Remember, if you like this kind of content, please hit the like button, press the subscribe button, and if you would like to be notified when I come out with new content, please hit the bell next to the subscribe button. Remember, I am now taking requests. I'd like it to be something on religion, but it doesn't have to be. My Twitter, Discord, email, and PayPal links are in the description, along with the source that I used for this particular episode. Please leave comments in the comment section. I love hearing from you. Question everything and never be afraid. Here are a couple of videos from my library. If you have not watched them, go ahead and watch them and tell me what you think. That's all I have for this episode. So until next time, goodbye, friends.